This is like sort of a step-by-step guide to how to complete this Gauntlet breakout board. This is my first time ever doing the breakout board for the Gauntlet. I've never done the Gauntlet before, and I thought it was a lot more like difficult or something, and it's pretty damn easy. It's exactly like the breakout board. You just have to go through the ladder and work your way up the ladder and just try to complete each game and try to beat them. And that's it. You don't necessarily have to complete the challenge or the agenda. I think there are challenges or agendas within the game that you're supposed to complete, just like the breakout board. But you really don't have to. I haven't been, worried about anything like that. I've just been worried about winning the games and climbing up the ladder and moving up. And I think there's like 15 games per tier. So like you got to do 15 games in the gold stage, and then you have to do 15 games in the emerald stage, and then 15 games in the sapphire stage, and then 15 in the ruby and amethyst until you work your way up to like the diamond stage. And then all of those games, I think all of those 15 games are on the Hall of Fame or something. So I'm just trying to work my way up to the diamond stage, and I'm currently on the sapphire stage, on sapphire tier. And the games are still pretty damn easy. I'm still using mostly like lower tier cards, like gold and emeralds and sapphires, and maybe some amethysts or rubies. But that's about it. Just trying to get Tom Chambers, and I've been grinding out the game. And I decided to take a break from Showdown because I just hit 100 wins today in like the first 2 weeks of the season, or 2.5 weeks. And I already have my first season mode completion card from Showdown, so I needed a second one, and I figured the quickest way to do it is gotta be through the Gauntlet. Just get these 100 games over with and done with, and work your way up that ladder until you get to the end, and then just do that last game and get the mode completion card. It's pretty simple. It's easy as that. You want to save your really good cards till the end, and do the easy stages like the gold and emerald, sapphire. You want to use like your lower tier cards, and then maybe once you get to like the ruby and amethyst stage, it might get harder, and you might have to use your diamonds and pink diamonds and opals.
Take a break.
But for now, you can just use your lower tier cards when you're in the lower stages of the Gauntlet board. But lately, been getting a little bit bored with the game, so I figured why not spark up the stream and see how many of you guys show up. And yes, I know, it's mad early. Just woke up.
Timeout home team.
But so far, it's pretty simple, pretty easy. Easy peasy, Japanesey. And, but it is not fun. It is really, really boring. Like, put you to sleep type of boring. So I was like, let me spark up a stream. I'm hoping I can get done with this sapphire stage. Like, I'm on the sapphire tier, and I'm hoping I can get done with it today. But it's not difficult, like, at all. There's not one thing difficult about it. I don't think it's gonna get difficult until the very end when you hit the diamond tier. But until then, I think it's you could just pretty much pull up and shoot a 3 in their face, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And you win the game that easily. For some reason, this whole time, I thought the breakout or the Gauntlet board was like this really hard thing to complete, but it's real easy. It's a joke. But this is my first time completing it, so I didn't know what to expect, really. And I think I have enough cards for it, because I have 848 cards, I think. So I think I have enough cards to complete this breakout Gauntlet board. or ladder, whatever they call it. Appreciate the likes, my dudes. I'm gonna try to get back into streaming because hopefully make this game a little bit more fun. It's not that I haven't been having fun with the game or the game isn't good. The game is great. I love it. It's just yo, what up, Jacob? How you been doing, my dude? Good morning. Just over here chilling, trying to complete this breakout board or the Gauntlet board, so I can get Tom Chambers. I already got my first mode completion card from 75 showdown wins, and now I need the second mode completion card. I think I only have 40 games left, and then I'll be at the very end. I think I have like yeah, about 40 games left until I get to the end. Oh my god. I have 200 triple threat wins, and I have 50 clutch time wins. So I could just go and win, you know, like 50 more triple threat games, and then win another 200 clutch time games, and just get it over with on rookie. But I figured, why not just get it done through the Gauntlet, and I'll get one completion card from this, and then I can do triple threat, and I can complete clutch time and get a third mode completion card later on. So that's why I chose this route, because I figured it's gonna help me get to, you know, kind of kill two birds at once. I know, but I think I have like a bunch of those cards at the end where you could just skip the game. I'll show you, hold on. Because this is my first time doing the Gauntlet, and at times it's a little bit difficult, but so far it's been real easy. But I know it's gonna get real difficult out here. So I have these Conquer cards. I have 8 of them, which just says instantly win the game. So when I get up to the diamond tier, I'm just gonna skip all of these games to the very end, and then I'll get my season 6 exchange, you know, mode completion card, and that's the second one I need. And then afterwards, I'm gonna complete triple threat, and I'll complete clutch time, and I'll get the third mode completion card. But it's pretty easy. It's just really a little bit boring, and just tedious. It's just a bunch of games of triple threat and clutch time over and over, and I'm already a little bit bored of it. I'm already like really tired of it. I'm just glad I discovered that I could do this and put the lineup in much quicker. Okay, yeah, I'll go with that. Why not? Yeah, I really want that Tom Chambers, Jacob, because I didn't get Yaxel, and I heard Tom Chambers has got like the second best release in the game, so I need somebody that has a really, really elite release that can compete with people that have Yaxel at the 3 or at the 2. I wish I would have got that Yaxel. But since I don't have him, I really desperately need Tom Chambers. Yeah, I've been hearing Tom Chambers is fire. I'm gonna run him at the 3 or maybe the 4. I haven't decided where I'm gonna run him yet, but I think I want to run him at the 3 because I love running power forwards that can play the 3. You know, people that are like 6'10" that can run the 3. I love doing that kind of cheesy stuff. So I'm gonna run Tom Chambers at the 3. But besides that, I gotta be honest. I've been a little bit bored with the season thus far because I already hit 100 showdown wins. There isn't much stuff that I want from the exchange, and I feel like these events, ever since the one with Zach LaVine, the All-Star event, I feel like there's less and less for like no money spent people to get from these exchange events. There just isn't anything good for the no money spent people. It's, you know, so there really isn't much to grind for except for Tom Chambers. But I'm hoping I can get this over with as quickly as possible. And I think tomorrow I'm going to try to knock it all out in one day. I'm going to see if I can just, just knock it all out in one day, one sitting. But thanks for stopping by, Jacob. I really do appreciate it, my dude. After I'm done with this game, I'll kind of show you what my lineup is looking like, because the lineup is looking pretty stacked, I gotta say. And I've got 10 million. I'm sitting on 10 million MT, and I've got 3 sellable players in my collection. I got Anthony Edwards with all 40 legends. I've got Chris Webber all badged out, and I got Wilt Chamberlain with 40 legends on it too. So once I sell those 3 players, I should be more like at 14 million, maybe 15. But the team is looking pretty stacked, and like I said, I got 100 showdown wins already. And I've been having a lot of fun, because winning equals fun. But I have to say it's a lot of easy wins, because there's not much competition in showdown nowadays. I want to say showdown has gotten pretty damn easy. I don't know where all the good competition is gone. I think all the good competition is now with King of the Court. And I just started playing King of the Court 2 weeks ago. And I'm finding King of the Court to be more fun. It's sad that it's only on the weekends, because I'm really enjoying King of the Court more than Showdown. Showdown is just a bunch of scrubs and a bunch of noobs. And they're just over there jacking up bad 3-point shots and getting a lot of help from the algorithms and the RNG and the computer just keeping them in the game. And it's really not skill based. And I like King of the Court because it's more skill based. If you don't have any skill, you can't play King of the Court. But if you don't have any skill, fuck, 2K will let you go play Showdown and just give you points. They'll spoon feed it to you. So, and sometimes I get frustrated with that. So today I'm just gonna take a break from Showdown and complete this Gauntlet breakout board and just reconnect with you guys again. But yeah, I think this Gauntlet board takes about 12 hours to complete. And I think I've put in at least 4 hours into it. It feels like I've put in a century, but I'm going to try to get a lot of it done today. And then tomorrow I'm going to try to spark up the stream again when I get home from work. And I'll try to complete the rest of it all in one night. That's my goal for the week. That and to stack up more MT. And I gotta decide if I'm gonna sell my team now that I have 100 showdown wins, because I'm not gonna grind to 200 showdown wins like I do every season, because there's no reason for it. There's nothing worth grinding to 200 wins for. So I might grind to like 125 wins and get the 50,000 MT, but then once I get to 125, I'll be done. So I've got like 25 games left. So I might be selling my team pretty soon, because I don't want to take the chance of another market crash and then losing the value that I have on my players. And I've got 3 players to sell. 3 big players. Oh, and let me tell you, I love the players on my team. We're going to take a look at my team right now. Yeah, this Void Festival, it needs to go back into the Void. We need to throw it into a black hole. And I'm not talking about Kim K's vagina. Oh, shit! Get the fuck out of here! I just got Dark Matter Amon Shepard out of the vault. 99 overall Dark Matter Amon Shepard just popped out of the vault for me. That's fucking awesome. It's not a card that I'm going to use on a regular, but I can turn him into a badge, into a legend. That's awesome. Just got that right here on the stream. All right, let's check out my team real quick, guys. Okay, so this is my squad. As you can see, it is a bunch of 100s. I have 100 Draymond from level 40 last season. All it took was to grind it out for him, and you got him for free. I got 100 overall D-Wade from the Grind for Greatness. Another no money spent free player. I did get James Worthy from the Hall of Fame box. That turned out to be a W. And since I've been stacking on my MT for like 5 seasons now, I was able to afford to get Chris Webber, but he's pretty much all no money spent. I earned him by just grinding out the game, being no money spent. Shaq is the level 40 reward. Again, 100% free, no money spent. D-Rose, you guys know he's from the exchange, no money spent. I did manage to pull Anthony Edwards from the MT single pack, so he's pretty much no money spent. I did get Zion out of the auction house, but again, I earned, I stacked up 10 million MT by season 5. So I had more than by season 6, I had about 14 million MT. So at that point, I had earned the right to go shopping, no money spent. So I bought Zion too. And then Bam Adebayo, that was another no money spent player. Like I said, I had 14 mil by season 6, so I went shopping. I got Wilt also. 100 Donovan Mitchell was another free, absolutely free player that I got from the exchange, from just grinding out the game. And then King James came in the Hoff box that I did just get recently. And then KG was from the Grind for Greatness. All of those Grind for Greatness players from season 4 really did allow me to like stack up a bunch more MT through seasons 5 and 6 and just kind of run with those players for as long as I could have. And I didn't have to purchase any players from the auction house with my MT, and that just allowed me to stack up for 6 seasons pretty much. And I built myself a pretty damn good team, if I do say so myself. And as you can see over here in Showdown, I'm in Tier 1, and I think it's 100 wins exactly, yep. I'm going to go for the 125 MT for 50,000, the 125 wins for 50,000 MT. But afterwards, I'm done grinding Showdown. There's no reason for me to go for 150 wins over here. I'm never going to use any of the... Unless it's Victor Wembanyama, I am most likely not going to use any of the Dark Matters that pop out of this pack. I have King James sitting there in my reserves. And then I don't think it's worth it to go for 200 wins to get a third Season 6. Actually, this would be my 4th Season 6 mode completion card. And you don't need that many mode completion cards in one season. There's just nothing worth getting. All I would be able to turn this in for, I would be able to trade this in for 100,000 MT in the exchange. And I can make 100,000 MT in a week from just grinding out the game. And I never think it's worth it to get to 250 wins for 100,000 MT only. That is way too many wins and asking way too much of one person to get for just 100,000 MT. So I'm probably going to stop at this 125 mark, and I'll be done with Showdown, and then I'll be selling Anthony Edwards, Chris Webber, and Wilt Chamberlain. So maybe I'll play like 25 more games with them. But right now I want to complete this breakout board so I can get Tom Chambers as quickly as possible, so he could replace Chris Webber when I do sell him. But that's all I've been up to so far in Season 6. Nothing too exciting because Season 6 really isn't that... I want to say that the game and the last 3 events have not been exciting. Like since Season 5 and since the All-Star break, the game has not been exciting at all. It's like exciting for like maybe a week or 2, and then the rest of the season is just boring. It's like, come on, 2K, you can do better than that. But you can't let 2K hear you talking like that, because next thing you know, they'll nerf your account. You say one damn negative thing about them, that's for sure. Alright. I think I got like maybe 9 more games in this like Sapphire tier, and then I might play some more Showdown, like maybe a game or two of Showdown, because I want to rack up some more wins. But I'm going to really try to concentrate and focus on the Gauntlet today and get as much of it as I can completed. And then I also have to get to my NBA highlights because I didn't catch any games today, so I need to see what is going on with my Lakers. I need to see what's going on with King James. And, I need to see what's going on with these playoffs. But I have not had a chance to catch any highlights. So if anyone wants to tell me the scores or give me any highlights, let me know. I don't mind any spoilers. Yeah, so far this breakout board has been so easy. I thought it was going to be much harder. And, it's been, 5 seasons of me avoiding the breakout board and the gauntlet board. I don't even go near this bitch. Because I'm always like, what the fuck is this shit about? I don't even understand what's going on here. And I thought it was going to be far more difficult than it is. But it's pretty easy. Even though you have to use, your gold players and your sapphire players, it's still real easy. Hasn't been that much of a problem for me. I don't think I've lost any games so far, but it's still taking mad time to do this shit because it's boring. The other day I fell asleep doing the damn breakout board. But I have to admit, some of the sometimes the computer gives me a harder time than some of the people in Showdown. There's so many Showdown has been so full of people just quitting in the first quarter. I feel like I haven't played a full game of Showdown in maybe all of season 6 probably. I feel like I've only played a handful of full games of Showdown because everyone is just out there quitting. You get them down by 10 points in the first quarter, you flood them, and they're just ready to rage quit. So I feel like I've been a little bit bored with Showdown because no one's taking it seriously anymore. No one even plays the games. Also, around 7 o'clock, there may be a small intermission. I have to get my son ready and drop him off at school. That shouldn't take too long. His school is right up the block. Like I said, I want to get as much of this breakout board done today so I can get Tom Chambers ASAP. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do 40 games of the Gauntlet, but I'm guessing maybe 3 to 4 hours. I know some people say it takes 12 hours to complete the whole Gauntlet board, but I've already put in about, I want to say 4 hours, maybe 6 hours into it. I also have a ton of badges just waiting for Tom Chambers. I've got at least, I want to say 30 legends and maybe 20 Hoff badges just waiting for Tom Chambers. Just waiting to badge him out. I'm telling you, if I had Yaxel, I would not be doing this grind for Tom Chambers. If I had Yaxel, I probably wouldn't even care about Tom. But since I skipped out on Yaxel, and that was my biggest regret ever, I gotta get this Tom Chambers to play my 3. But if I had Yaxel right now, he'd be playing my 3, and I would just be taking my sweet time to get Tom Chambers. I'd probably just get him through Showdown, get the 200 wins. Joking. I don't love you, baby. Come here. I'll do it real fast. I just got pink diamond Arson. I don't even know who this guy is, and I can't pronounce his name. But I keep getting him, and I keep selling him for 2,200 at MT. And I think I
good. Don't do it crazy. Like it's really nice for yourself, right?
that is really nice. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. I got my girl in here. She needs help with something. And
You see how crazy you're doing? You're not even folding it good.
I am. Good Lord. All right, love you, baby. Like I was saying, I always sell them for 2,000 MT over and over, and that does add up after a while. Okay, so now I'm almost at 10.1 million MT. So that's pretty damn good. Once I sell my players, I should be at like 10. I should be at like 14 to 15 mil. Hold up, guys. I just gotta pull up the chat. 1 second. Hold up, guys. 1 second. Guys, we have 3 people watching. I really appreciate that. I know it's like 5:30 in the morning, but it's cool that at least 3 of you stopped by. Appreciate that, fam. Okay, let me put my lineup in. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get as much of this done as I can. Oh no, not auto for the best players. I always like to keep like one pink diamond in the game just in case the game gets close or it's a tight game. So I'm just gonna always keep one pink diamond in because you never know if it's gonna be a close game and you need like one good card in there to win you the game. I hate depending on those lower tier cards for jump shots. Half of them cannot shoot. Half of them have really bad releases. So I'm gonna put in. Might as well go with Klay Thompson. But yeah, I don't know how much longer it's gonna take me. I think I have about 40 games to do on the breakout gauntlet board. I don't know how long that takes to complete, but I'm gonna try to complete it in one day. And I think I'm already halfway through it. So this is like a complete guide on how to do the breakout gauntlet board. Because I know a lot of people are wondering about it just the way I was wondering about it. Because I never did the breakout gauntlet before. So I didn't know what to expect. And I thought it was going to be much more difficult, and it's not. It just sucks that you have to play with these lower tier cards, and it makes the game really boring. That's what it does. Nobody wants to play this game with the lower tier cards. They can't even get past the computer. That's how bad they are. And I want to say at this stage, because I'm up to the Sapphire stage, you can't just run up and shoot in the computer's face. You have to get somewhat of an open jump shot. Because I think the difficulty level definitely goes up. Even though I have it set on rookie, I'm pretty sure as you're going up the gauntlet ladder, it goes up in difficulty. Because I could feel like, it's harder to score, it's harder to hit your jump shot now that I'm in the Sapphire tier. But I'm going to assume that it gets really, really difficult once I get into the Amethyst tier. But I'm going to try to stream as long as possible until I get tired at least. I didn't get home from work until like really, really late. So was it when I got home today? I think it was like around 2 a.m. when I got home. Maybe almost 3. Then I ate dinner and I just started grinding out the game. So I want to, I usually play the game for about 4 to 5 hours a night. I like to get that in. And then, it's like I have to get a certain amount of showdown games in before I go to bed, or else I don't sleep good. I have to make a certain amount of MT per day, or else I don't sleep good. Sometimes I think I take this more seriously than I do my real job. Sometimes my boy Chilango will be like, hey, how much you make at work today? I'm like, I made 200,000 MT today. So sometimes I think, I take this a little too seriously and I take it more serious than my job. I think it's because I have more fun over here. I could make this my full-time gig if I ever, put my full effort to it, but I gotta start putting more effort back into streaming and dropping content. This year, there really hasn't been much content to talk about. 2K doesn't give you really much to talk about with your community, with your, with your boys. Until just like maybe the last 2 promos, I can't even think if there's been really any exciting promos all fucking year until the last 2. The one with Yao Ming and then this one that's out right now. But pretty much this whole year has been a little bit, mid, a little bit, a little blah, a little bland. It really didn't start getting good until Season 6. But the last 3 events have been a little bit bland. This game doesn't give you much to talk about, In 2K24, and even in 2K25, as bad as that game was, 2K25 was like the worst 2K ever. It still had like a bigger community, the community is so dead this year, and like, I miss like, the way it was in 2K24 and 2K25. Everything's like so different this year. The auction house is so overly inflated. Not one single person in the community has their, favorite cards, and, not one person has, their, like a lineup that they really want, like, from player 1 through 13, their favorite players on their team and stuff. The game is just so different, and it's so expensive to play and be able to form a team and enjoy the game. I don't know how much I've dropped on the game this year, but it's been a lot, and I still can't form the team I want. I still don't have each and every single player I want at each and every single position. Sometimes I have to grind for the no money spent players like Tom Chambers, and even though I'm not like a huge Tom Chambers fan in real life, who the fuck wants to play with Tom Chambers? But he's a really good player, a really good release. It's a really good card, and it's gonna save me money by grinding for him. So sometimes you have to do the things, and you have to play with the players that you don't want to play with just to save your MT so you can eventually get the players you want. And it shouldn't be that way. It should be a lot more affordable to play this game, a lot more cheaper. Okay, last time we got Dark Matter and Mon Shepherd out of the vaults. Let's see if we can get another Dark Matter, another free Dark Matter out the. I want Moses. Oh my God, I thought that was going to be Moses Malone. If I get Moses Malone, and I think he's like a 100 or something, believe me, he is going to run on my team. The last time I got Dark Matter and Mon Shepherd, if you just keep grinding this game and opening this vault as many times as possible, you're going to get one of those good free cards. I've gotten this card like 10 times. I've gotten that pink diamond center like 10 times. And then I got a Mon Shepherd, I think once or twice already. So these players are popping out of the vault. You just got to keep playing the game. Okay. And when you get them, if you don't need them, you just sell them for 2,500 MT. That adds up after a while. I'm almost at 10.1 million. We're on our way to 11 mil. Okay. And guys, if you don't know, you got to come here every single time. Each time that you start a new game on the breakout Gauntlet board, you got to clear your lineup. Then you got to go over here and autofill randomizer. And then if you don't like any of the players, you have to put a player you do want in the game. Like I said, I always try to put in one pink diamond to make it, to make the game pretty easy. Because you don't want to depend on those lower tier cards to get you a win. You just want those lower tier cards just to kind of fill out a space, to just players to plug in. I'm going to go with Klay Thompson again. And I'm going to try to get one tier done a day. And like I said, I think I'll be done I want to try to get it all done today. But if you want to take your time, you can just do like one tier a day and you'll be done with the breakout gauntlet board in like 4 to 5 days. By the end of the week, you'll have Tom Chambers. This Klay Thompson is still so nice. I could just imagine that the 100 Klay Thompson is got to be really nice. Because this pink diamond Klay Thompson is still nice. You can still run this boy. That's how nice he is. It's so funny. It does get a little bit more difficult as you go further and further up the ladder. But yeah, the game has been great this year. I absolutely love the game. I love the game mechanics, the gameplay. I do think the shooting is they made the shooting a little too easy. It does allow for too many average, casual, noobs type of players come in here. And it does allow them to kind of play the game and but kind of allows them to sometimes dominate when they shouldn't be. And but I don't mind it because just the way they're shooting good, I'm gonna even be shooting better than them in Showdown. And I do love Showdown, King of the Court, and All-Star Team up a lot. I've even been enjoying the park this year a lot. And the game overall, I'm really satisfied with it. I just wish the events... I feel like the last 3 events have been somewhat of a letdown. There's just not much for no money spent players to grind for and get. There's nothing for you to achieve or complete, or there's no goal for you to accomplish. And I'm the kind of person that when I get home from work and I jump on my game, I like to have a goal to grind for, like a daily goal to grind for. See what there is for me to complete for the night. Get that challenge completed and then get my reward. So I just wish 2K would step it up on the events. There should be more for no money spent players to get. Right now these last 3 events have been all big, I don't want to say money scams, but they've really been for the money spent people. If you're all money spent, you're in love with these last 3 events. They're there for you. But if you don't want to spend $1,500 to get a Dr. J, or you don't want to spend $1,500 to get a Scottie Pippen or some shit like that, these events really aren't for you at all. I don't know who, in today's economy, who are these events for? And again, this is supposed to be a kid's game. What kid is able to afford Dr. J out of the exchange? What kind of allowance are your parents giving you if you can afford Dr. J? So I think there needs to be more for no money spent people, and the game needs to be a little bit more affordable. And we need to improve the pack odds, man. Pack odds have been god awful. We should not have to pay $100 to get good pack odds. And even then, you can buy that $100 Hall of Fame box that guarantees you a 100. I've seen people end up with Donovan Mitchell, who you were able to get for free from the last exchange event. I've seen people pull Joakim Noah from the Hall of Fame box. And those kind of cards you should have zero chance of getting those kind of cards if you're paying $100. You should not have to be worried, am I going to pull Donovan Mitchell or Joakim Noah, two cards that were absolutely free from the exchange events. So there's some things that I wish that 2K would put more care and consideration into, and if they just did those little things, it would equal the community being so much more happier with the game overall. Okay, I am definitely racking up these cards over here, these void cards. But there's not much in the exchange that I want. I just want that Joakim Noah, and that's it. Oh, no joke, that vault doesn't even open up 50% of the time. I think that thing only opens up maybe 40% of the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 more games, and then I'm on to the Ruby tier, right? And that's 15 games, right? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So they're all 15 games each. I have 15 games of the Ruby tier and then 15 games of the Amethyst tier, right? And then I have 8 of these instantly win the next game. So I'm going to be able to skip the hardest part of the game, which is the Diamond tier. And I believe all of these games are on Hall of Fame setting. So I'm going to be able to skip all of these games and then go right here, use my last win card, and then just get this instantly. So I'm not too far. I just need 2 more tiers to go. The Amethyst and the Rubies. Which I'm pretty sure that's going to get hard. And then once I'm done with this, through these next 3 tiers, all I'm going to be using is my good cards. For the Diamond tier, the Amethyst tier, and the Ruby tier, I recommend you using your good cards, meaning pink diamonds and up, to make it easy. Because if you're still trying to use your gold, your emerald, your sapphire, or your ruby cards for these tiers, the Gauntlet board is going to be pretty difficult. Definitely by the time you get to the diamond stage, you got to use your good cards, your dark matters, your galaxy opals, your pink diamonds, your 100s, whatever you got to make it easier. But up until the Sapphire, you can just use your lower tier cards and save your good cards till the end. But luckily for me, I still have 600 out of my 848 cards available. Okay, let's go over here. Like I said, you got to do this before every game. And before you start doing the Gauntlet, make sure you pop in an XP coin and make sure that before each game, you hit L3 and you use one of these breakout Gauntlet cards. I always go for the multiply MT. Do I have any left? No, I don't. So I'm gonna use the rep one. But you always have to go over here. You have to clear your lineup. You have to go to randomize autofiller. And you see right now, this is not a good lineup for the Sapphire tier. So you're gonna replace one of your players with a pink diamond player. And unfortunately, you have to do your lineup before every single game. It makes it very boring and tedious, to say the least. I can't even explain how boring and tedious this gets, just doing the lineup every time before the game. But I gotta be honest, guys, I was pretty scared of the breakout board and the Gauntlet board, and I was just like, oh my god, they want you to do 250 games of triple threat and then 250 games of clutch time. But as you're doing it, as you're completing the breakout gauntlet board, you're gonna get a lot of those clutch time games done. You're gonna get a lot of those triple threat games done. So once I complete the gauntlet board and I get my second mode completion card for Tom Chambers, I won't have many games of clutch time and triple threat to do. I can then get my third mode completion card real quickly and real easily. It's gonna be super easy, super quick. But this here does get boring. This here, the other night, was putting me to sleep. Like, I fell asleep on my couch as I was grinding out the game, like snoring. I always get scared when I snore a little bit because I'm like, do I have sleep apnea or some shit? Like, never know. God forbid. Knock on wood. But I'm gonna really knock on some wood. I really don't want no sleep apnea. That ain't nothing to fuck with. But yeah, I fell asleep the other day playing this breakout board shit, and it's real boring. It's put you to sleep type of shit. Like, I don't know. I think the reason why they call it the breakout board is because it's so damn boring that afterwards you're gonna want to break the fuck out. You're like, I need to break out from the breakout board. It's so damn boring. You feel like you've been imprisoned in the breakout board. Oh, this Nicholas Batum has got to be one of the worst cards I've ever seen in my life. They cannot shoot for shit. And that's what I mean. You gotta pick up. You gotta at least have one good card in your lineup that you could depend on for shooting to make these games easier, so you can win them easily and quick, and not have to play them over and over. Oh my god, these cards have some terrible releases. Oh, and right now the computer sees that I have like a weak lineup, and they're just taking advantage of it. I kind of fell asleep on this game. Okay, let's see if I can get back on track, play some defense, and win this game. Yeah, this Nicholas Batum Pink Diamond sucks ass. But I'll be real happy when I'm done with this breakout board, because like, it is really, like, I can't even decide what's more like boring, domination or the breakout board. I call it domination damnation, because that's so damn boring. And in the breakout board, you feel like you just want to break out of it. But I can't decide which is more like boring and tedious, the breakout board or domination. I kind of hate both of those modes. I don't know why they don't ever make any of like the challenges. Like, why don't they ever do anything good for Showdown? Like, get 5 games in a row in Showdown, and you get yourself like an invincible event piece or something. Or get 5 games in a row in Showdown and get a free player. Like, they never do any kind of like challenges in Showdown. And I always feel like they need to improve the reward system in Showdown to make it more appealing. Okay, I absolutely lost this game, for sure. And that's what I mean, guys. The Gauntlet board does get difficult as you go up the ladder. It is not... It's not as easy. Even though you have it set on Rookie, it starts off easy, but it gets a lot more difficult. I just hate playing with these lower tier cards. Oh my god, that's the first game I've ever lost. I think I've won like about 50 games in a row on the breakout board, and that's the first time I lost a game. That's terrible. Terrible. Like Charles Barkley be saying, terrible. I have to redo this game. That sucks. That Thon Maker, like, I don't know, guys, like... They could have picked a better player, to go with. Like, I would have gone with a bigger name instead of Von Maker and shit. And he's really expensive. Like, as much as they want for that player, for as much as you want for that player, you should have made it King James. You know, give people a reason to spend money, and when they spend their money, give them something worth their value. You know, like, don't make them grind it out and spend their money on a Thon Maker or whatever his name is. Make it a LeBron James or a Dr. J or something. Okay, which player am I gonna use next? I'm gonna go with. Ooh, I got Glenn Rice sitting over here waiting to be used. For sure. Okay, guys, let's lock in. We got 4 more games, and then I'm out of the Sapphire tier. And then I'm only going to have 30 games left. 30 games, and I'm going to have Tom Chambers. I'm going to complete... Tomorrow, I'm completing the Gauntlet breakout board tomorrow, for sure. I'm doing the whole thing tomorrow. And I'm going to get that Tom Chambers. But once I get Tom Chambers, unfortunately, I'm going to have to sell some players. I'm going to be overstacked at the 3 and overstacked at the 4. And I'm most likely going to sell my 100 Zion. As much as I like him, I really like that card. He really did surprise me. So many people were talking shit on YouTube about Zion, that Zion was garbage. And does Zion have the best release? No. Does he have a good release for the park? I don't know about for the park, probably not. But for King of the Court, for Showdown, Zion was really good. Was he really good for King of the Court? No, he was terrible for King of the Court. Was he really good for Team Up? No. But for Showdown, Zion came through for me. And I took Zion to the park plenty of times and was able to hit the 3-point shot with Zion. So I want to say he was still really good for park also. But I guess maybe my Zion moves a little bit different because I do have 40 Hawks and 40 Legends on it. So maybe that's why he shoots like so much better. But I know a lot of people are talking down on that Zion card, but I got him for 900,000 MT, and he always came through for me at Showdown. So you can't always believe, you know, what Ty Debo is going to tell you, or what DBG is going to tell you, or even JC2K. Remember, those guys are rating and rating the players based off of like a comp level. And if you're not a comp level player and you're just playing the park and you're just playing Showdown, a player like Zion is gonna be more than good enough. He is great. And so I'm gonna be sad to sell that card. I'm gonna be sad to see it go when I have to sell it. But once I get Tom Chambers, I'm gonna have to cash in on him because he still goes for $1 million. And I want to cash in on that $1 million. I even have Anthony Edwards. A lot of people were talking down on Anthony Edwards. I ended up liking that card a lot too. Anthony Edwards was just as good as D-Wade, 100 D-Wade. If not, maybe slightly better or just as good. But I thought that card was really good. I also thought Chris Webber was really good. That card also really surprised the shit out of me. So, you know, so sometimes when somebody like a Ty Debo or DBG or JC2K says, hey, these cards are ass, they might be ass for them, but for the average player is going to do really good with those cards against the average player. You know, when I'm playing Showdown, most people are still running Pink Diamonds and Galaxy Opal cards. So you run a 100 Zion or 100 Chris Webber or 100 Anthony Edwards against them, you're gonna fucking kick their asses. Even though those aren't the best 100s or they aren't the most expensive 100s, they're still way better than any of the Dark Matters or Galaxy Opals or Pink Diamonds out there. So just because a guy like, you know, JC or Ty says that those cards are ass doesn't really mean that they're ass. It's just they're not good on a comp level. But if you're just gonna play Park or Showdown or Team Up, they're more than good enough. Heck, if you're just playing Showdown and Park, you could still be running Pink Diamonds and Galaxy Opals at this time. You don't have to buy these expensive ass cards. You know, it's only when you're trying to win something like King of the Court, you need the most expensive and the best of the best cards. But if you ain't trying to win King of the Court, you know, go out there, have fun, and play with the cards and the players you want to run with. That's what I say. But again, I get 200 wins every single season. I have 200 wins in Showdown. I'm in Tier 1 every single season. So I want to say I know a thing or two about building a good squad. You know, I wouldn't try to steer like you guys the wrong way and stuff. Yeah, 30 more games and I got myself Tom Chambers. I'll be pretty damn happy with that. But 30 games of the breakout board, 30 games of breakout gauntlet, it just feels like it takes forever. Like I feel like each tier takes you about 2 hours to complete. So the gold tier takes you 2 hours. The emerald tier takes you another 2 hours. The sapphire tier takes you another 2 hours. All in all, altogether, the breakout gauntlet board takes about 12 hours to complete, a half a day. And that's just not fun. It's not fair to make someone sit there for a half a day or 4 days in a row of playing the breakout board. That's just torturous. Okay, let's see if we get anything out of the vaults. Will it open up? I swear this thing only opens up 40% of the time. It doesn't open up every single time. 1, 2, 3, 4 games. 5 games to go. And I hate how you have to do this every single time. Clear your lineup. Go to autofill with randomizer. If it doesn't put, like right now, they just gave me 2 shitty cards. They're trying to set you up for failure. The game wants you to lose. They want you to have to do these games over and over. So from here, if it puts in random cards that you don't like, you just got to replace the ones you don't like. I'm going to replace them with an amethyst and a pink diamond. And like I said, I like to keep in at least one good card. So this way you could rely on that one good card for good shooting. You don't want to depend on like a gold or a sapphire card for good shooting. Next thing you know, you're going to lose that game and you have to do it over. Who can I go with this time? I'm going to go with, Steve Kerr. So let's see how Pink Diamond Steve Kerr shoots. I'm sure this card has got to be a really good shooting card. Should make this game super easy to win. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate that. I see some people have been dropping in and out throughout the stream, and I just really appreciate that because I haven't sparked up a stream like all year since 2K25. And I was just about to give up on 2K26, and I was like, well, let me just start streaming and maybe like hanging out with the community and streaming the game with them and playing it together with them can like spark some new life into it for me, because these last 3 events have been snooze festivals. And if anyone from the chat wants to play in a game of Showdown, just let me know. I'm always looking for that smoke. So if you want to play some Showdown, just let me know, guys, and I'll play you in some Showdown. Yeah, 30 more games of the breakout board, and I'll have Tom Chambers. I'll be real ecstatic about that. And the funny thing is, I've been knowing about Tom Chambers. I was using Tom Chambers' diamond card. He had a really good diamond card. I did not get his Galaxy Opal card. I did skip out on that. I don't know how I managed to miss out on that card, but I did not get him. And then when I saw that they were going to drop a 100 Tom Chambers, I was like, no, I am not going to miss out on that card. But he's been really good all year since his diamond card. He had a really, really good diamond card that I was using for like Season 1 and Season 2. So if you guys haven't gotten Tom Chambers, and you're thinking like, hey, it just seems like so difficult, so overwhelming to get Tom Chambers. It really isn't. Go to Showdown, get 75 quick, easy wins. If you don't want to do that, do the breakout gauntlet method. You complete the breakout gauntlet board, the 100 games of gauntlet, and then after you do the gauntlet, you go and you complete the 250 games of triple threat and the 250 games of clutch time, whatever's left over. And you're gonna have Tom Chambers eventually. And all you have to do is grind it out against the computer. So it doesn't take much work to get Tom Chambers. You just gotta put the effort in. It's real easy. These games are super easy. Oh my god, I gotta admit, this one is kind of tough though right now. Now that I'm almost at the end of the breakout gauntlet, it is getting tougher. Okay, let me see how this card shoots. Oh my god, these are like the worst shooting cards I've ever seen in my life. None of these cards can shoot, not one of them. Not one of them can play a lick of defense either. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of rim running to win this game. And they cannot even blow past their opponents. Okay, let's call for the high pick and roll. I'm telling you, these cards, these lower tier cards make the game so slow and so boring to play. It makes Breakout Gauntlet feel like jail time. That's what it feels like. It feels like jail time. Like you're watching every minute, every second of this fucking Breakout games go by. You just want to get them over with. And that's the hardest part about doing the Gauntlet. It's just that it's so boring and tedious. There's just nothing fun about it. I'm not having fun here, 2K. Why not give us like challenges to complete that are fun, 2K? Why not make the game fun? You ever heard of that concept, 2K, making the game fun? Like, I wonder, like, when the devs at the 2K office get together, do they all agree that the breakout board sounds like a fun experience for the consumer, for the customer, for the person that's playing this game? They're like, yeah, 250 games of triple threat and clutch time on Hall of Fame difficulty sounds like a grand slam. Like, give us something fun to do, man. Bring back spotlight challenges. Bring back spotlight moments. Those were fun. Give us challenges that as soon as you complete them, it's just over and done with. I shouldn't have to sit here and play 500 games of fucking triple threat and clutch time to get this fucking Tom Chambers. That's not fun. That's fucking torture. Fucking go blind just staring at the fucking screen the whole day and shit. And I'd rather just get it done in one day than have to come back multiple days in a row trying to complete this breakout gauntlet board. I'm just gonna try to get it done all in one day. So far I'm halfway done. But I want to say I've been here for at least took me like 6 hours to get halfway done. Oh my god, I just lost that game! Oh, I can't believe that shit. I wasn't paying attention to the score. That's what I mean by boring, is that this shit will put you to sleep. If I wasn't here chatting with you guys, I'd be putting myself to sleep right now, because this is so boring. I don't even keep track of the game. Fuck, man, that sucks. Okay, I'm at least gonna get the Sapphire 2 done. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 games left. Okay. Why is it doing that? Is it counting it or not? Okay, I hope it seriously protected those players. But I'm getting really, really bored of like these last 5 games. So I just want to get them done. Oh my god, That's too funny. When you put in better players in your lineup, it matches you up against better players. That fucking is too funny. I thought it was gonna stick with like Sapphire and like Emerald type of players, but no. It goes and it matches you up with tougher players. That's pretty funny, 2K. It's funny how 2K does whatever it takes to make you have to like play the game once or more than once just to keep you on the game as long as possible. But I do not want to play these games over and over. I just want to finish these last 4 to 5 games off and be done with it for the night. But I really appreciate everyone that's been stopping through, even though no one said much except for Jacob. Jacob, you're a real one. That's a day one dude right there, Jacob. But it's okay. I even appreciate the people that have been lurking. As long as you stop by and hang out for a little bit. Hit that like button if you can, guys. I'd really appreciate that, fam. I do it for the 2K culture. But yeah, I can play this game all fucking day and all night. I just love NBA 2K. And I think I'm going to be able to complete this tomorrow, man. I really hope so. Oh my god, if I can get Tom Chambers by tomorrow, and then by this weekend, I'm going to start selling my lineup. Look at how... Look at the computer trying so hard on defense. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, Zion. Come on, you gotta make that, Zion. Oh my gosh, Draymond's release is so slow. I really can't wait until I move people like Draymond to the bench. I really wanna if it was up to me, I would run Michael Jordan at the point, or maybe Anthony Edwards at the point or something. But for season 7, once the 100s come down in price, I'm gonna have a completely different lineup. Like I'm gonna make the lineup that I want. And I need to have a Michael Jordan on my team. I haven't had a Michael Jordan card on my team all year, and I feel like it's about time that I have one on the team. So hopefully by season 7, when they come down in price, I'll hopefully have one on the squad eventually. And I'm going to try to rip another Hall of Fame box this week, and hopefully I get real lucky and I get a good card out of it. Like a real good 100. I feel like I need another elite S tier type of 100 on the squad. I would love to replace Draymond. Not that Draymond is bad. Draymond is still really good defensively and offensively. I just want somebody that has a quicker release as my PG1. Because nowadays I do a lot more 3-ball hunting. But I do love Draymond's defense in this game. I just wish they would speed up his release a little bit more. When Draymond gets an invincible card, his invincible card is going to be dangerous this year. But I really can't wait for there to be more invincibles on the market and for the price on those cards to come down. Because right now, SGA is still like $5 million, and all of those cards are like too expensive. If I buy SGA right now, in about 3 weeks from now, I'm going to be completely regretting it when he goes down in price and I lose all that MT. Okay, let's see if it's going to open up for once. Is it going to open? Is it going to actually open? Is it going to open for once? No. I'm telling you, it only opens up like 40% of the time, guys. And it's always spitting me out the same fucking cards.
Welcome fans to the exhibition game.
Okay. After this, I'm going to have only 2 more games left, 2 or 3, and then I'm kind of like going to call it a night. Actually, I'll probably twist up a joint and then call it a night. I'll finish off some more games. I'll play some Showdown. But tomorrow I'm not gonna play any Showdown, and I'm not gonna hold on. I'm not gonna be playing any Showdown tomorrow. I'm just gonna concentrate on these final 30 games and just getting that completed. What the fuck? So I gotta actually lock in because it seems like as you get closer to finishing the breakout board, it gets more and more difficult. No, I should have made that. I definitely should have made that. It's crazy. Like, I'm playing the breakout Gauntlet board, and the computer plays better than some of the people I match up against in Showdown. That's how good the computer is playing right now. Look, I'm off-balling the computer now and shit. Oh my god, that's another card that I have not played with a Wemby card since 2K25. I have not played with a Wemby card all year. And that's pretty sad to say that there's so many cards that I haven't had a chance to play with this year. And it's because 2K gatekeeps and fucking makes all of these cards so damn expensive to attain. And like, it just makes the game boring and not fun when you can't play with your favorite cards. And I would love to play with a Victor Wembanyama, a Chet, you know, a Zach Edey. Like, those cards should not be exclusive to like just the whales that play this game that are in this community and shit. Like, everyone should have the chance to play with those cards. And I wish I could get myself a fucking Wemby or a Zach Edey. They're just too expensive. And I think that's so unfair. You know, that there's been so many cards this year that I haven't had the chance to play with. And there's a lot of people in the community that feel the same exact way. There's so many people in the community that would love to play with a Dark Matter King James. They just don't have the MT for it. There's so many people that want to play with a 100 KD. They just don't have the MT for it. And I think that's so... It's just utter nonsense, and it's so stupid that we're talking about a kid's video game that's meant for like 13 and up. And a grown adult can't afford to play the game. A grown adult that works and makes good money can't afford to play the game and get the best cards on, you know, in the game and to put on their team, to make the team in their image the way they want it. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that just, you know, it's now a game meant for like the wealthy whales and that play this game that are in the community. And I spend a lot of money on the game. I don't even want to say how much I spend on the game per year, but it is up there. And I am nowhere near having the best team ever. That's why this weekend I'm going to open up myself a Hall of Fame box and see if I can get myself a really good 100. An Elite 100 to join the team. Oh my god, I would love to see... Love to see a really good card come out of that box. My first Hall of Fame box gave me 100 James Worthy. I think the card turned out to be great. But I would love to get like a 100 Joel Embiid. I would like to get like a 100 KD or something, you know, something like that. I'd also like to get 100 Michael Jordan on the team. It's crazy how much effort I'm putting into this breakout gauntlet board, because I swear I don't even have to put this much effort into beating some people in Showdown. Some people in Showdown don't put this much effort into winning the game. They're not this competitive. And I actually like playing in this difficult shooting mode, because I feel like it's going to make you a better shooter at the end, you know, just practicing your jump shots over here. Okay, I should only be down to like 2 or 3 games now. I'm really, really happy with how much I've completed today on the gauntlet board, because I think I've done half of it. So I'm really happy with all that I've accomplished thus far. So I thought this was gonna be way more difficult. Not gonna lie, I thought this gauntlet board was gonna be really, really difficult, and it's a cakewalk. It's just boring and tedious and repetitive. But you do get to stack a bunch of MC, you get to earn a bunch of rep. Let's see how much more I have to go. Okay, is the vault gonna finally open up? Will it open up? Let's see. Let's see if it's gonna finally open. Will it open? Oh, it's gonna open. Oh, that sucks, man.
I'm getting chambers next week.
I've gotten this card, no joke, about 15 times. And the only good part about getting this card so many times is that you're able to cash in on him for 2,000 MT every single time. And it does add up. Okay, I got 3 more games. And then I've got 15 games in Ruby tier. And then 15 more games in the Amethyst tier. I still have 625 players left, and I have not been using any of my good players yet. I have not used any 100s. I have not used any Dark Matters, any Galaxy Opals, and I've only been using a few Pink Diamonds here and there. So once I get to the Diamond tier, which is the real difficult part in Hall of Fame, I'll have all of my good cards saved up for this. But the good part is I also have 8 instantly win the game cards. So once I get to the Diamond tier and it gets onto Hall of Fame, I'm going to be able to skip all of these games, including this one, and just get the card instantly. So I only got 30 games left to do. 15 over here and 15 over here. So far today, I got all of this done. And the gold tier was real easy. You can use your gold cards, your emerald, your sapphires in this tier. When you get to the emerald tier, you will still want to be using your gold, your emerald, your sapphires, and maybe your rubies on occasions from time to time. When you get to this when you get to the sapphire tier, you definitely want to start using, a mixture of gold, emerald, sapphire, rubies, your diamonds, maybe even your pink diamonds for some difficult games. If you're having any kind of difficulties, you might want to start including like a pink diamond in the lineup to make, the shooting a lot easier, because the shooting is going to get more difficult once you get to sapphire tier. And when you're trying to shoot with those lower tier cards in this sapphire tier, it's going to become extremely difficult. So whenever you're playing a triple threat or a clutch time game, you want to make sure to sneak in at least one pink diamond that you can rely on for shooting to make it easier to get through the game. Let's see, can I put in... And if you have that card that says protect your lineup, I recommend using those too. So this way you could even get through some of the lower tiers like the Ruby and the Amethyst tier a lot quicker. You can get through those tiers a lot quicker because those tiers are also going to be a little bit difficult. But if you're using your high tier cards, those tiers are also going to be easy. And you can use those cards to save your cards for further games. What the fuck is this view about? What is going on here, guys? Guys, this is so weird. What the fuck did I do? What is going on here? And I'm only able to control one player. Something must have happened. Okay. Try to get this game over with as quickly as possible, but I must have fucked something up. Because the camera view's all messed up now. And I'm only able to control one player. I must have locked in something. That sucks because it's really hard to play like this. Oh, and they took away my meter and shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this. I don't know how I got into this mode, but... So I must have pressed something. It's only letting me control one player. And it's giving me this weird camera view. And I swore I didn't mess with any settings. I don't know why is it like this, but I'm gonna have to look into it. Or maybe it's just like this for this game. Maybe it's glitching out. Oh, I also want to finish this up so I can start watching my NBA highlights. I got home from work really late today, and I have not seen any NBA highlights today, so I don't have a clue what happened today. I just want to catch up with my Lakers and see how they're doing. Come on, I want to get this over with. I don't know what's going on. Why is it in this view, but it's getting on my nerves. This makes it even more boring because now all I can do is just control one player out of the three. I'm not even controlling the other two. It's just the computer, and I can't switch off. So I must have hit something. What is going on here? This is so difficult to play like this. It's not even funny. That James Worthy, I love that card. And I'm so glad that I got that card. And I can't wait for this game to end so I can fix this camera view. I don't know why I got into this camera view. But it's like the oddest camera view I've ever seen on this game. Alright, game is over with. Let me fix this, and I think I got 2 more games and then I'll be done. And then tomorrow night I'm going to try to complete the last 30 games that I have of the Gauntlet board, and I'll be done with this godforsaken mode. It is very boring. Okay, let's see if it's gonna open up again. It's not gonna open up this time for sure because it just opened up the. Oh, it did open up. We didn't get anything good. Okay. We got 2 more games left, and then we are done with the Sapphire. And like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna do the last 15 games of the Rubies, and then the 15 games of the Amethyst. That's 30 games, and then I'm gonna be able to skip all of this and instantly get Tom Chambers. I'm gonna go with safe. Okay, hopefully it doesn't give me that camera view again. Hopefully everything's back to. It looks like everything's back to normal. No, it's the weird camera view again. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this, guys. Hold up. How do you fix that? Okay, yes. This is pissing me off. How did I manage to get into that view? Okay, I didn't line up. Oh, okay, I see what I did. I locked in the controller to one player. Okay, I gotta reset these players. I'm so glad I got that fixed. Sure, why not? Two more games and I'm done with Sapphire. You know, if I really, really wanted to grind out the game and like stay up the whole like morning, I could probably get through the Ruby. Wait, what's next? And the Ruby and the Amethyst tier in like the next 4 hours and get Tom Chambers in the next 4 hours. But I think I'm gonna just save it for tomorrow and just finish it off tomorrow night. But I feel like I'm about 4 hours away from Tom Chambers. But, of course, the computer is going to make this game as difficult as possible to win this one. I'm already down 5-zip. That's crazy. And I got Diamond Allen Iverson. I mean, Dark Matter Allen Iverson out there, and I couldn't hit a 3. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, I think maybe 4 more hours of grinding and I'll have Tom Chambers. If I had more time left in the day, I would try to complete it right now, like this morning. But I'm just gonna go do my morning stuff, and then I'll come back tomorrow night and I'll finish this off tomorrow. But for sure, by tomorrow night, I should have Tom Chambers. See, up until like the Sapphire tier, you can literally just come and shoot the ball in their face, and now you cannot do that. You gotta actually like run a play to get your man open to hit the shot. Like, it's actually pretty difficult once you get to like the last few games in Sapphire. You have to actually run a play to get your person open. You can't just shoot it in their face. The computer's not falling for that once you get to Sapphire tier. And they're going to make shots in your face, and the ref is going to call you no fouls for them. But not too much work left. Like I said, maybe like 4 hours of grinding, and I'll have Tom Chambers in the lineup. I always say when you're trying to grind for a card, you know, it's best to just like pace yourself and not like, you know, burn yourself out. And sure you can get a lot of these challenges and grinds done in a day or two, but I always say it's best to just pace yourself. You know, there's no reason to rush. You know, the game's not going anywhere. Season 6 isn't going nowhere. You still got like fucking 30 days left in it or 3 weeks left in it. So just take your time and grind. I'm sure Tom Chambers is still going to be pretty usable in Season 7. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that didn't even complete the grind for Tom Chambers and won't even have him. So you really won't even have to worry about competing against them once you have him. You'll have the upper hand. Oh my god, the computer's winning again! I thought I was up. This will be the second time I've lost a game against the computer. Out of like about 60 games, this is the second time I've lost. So, you know, as easy as it is, it does get a little bit challenging. Like I said, once you get to the end of Sapphire, the games do get a little bit more difficult. No, I love this little Allen Iverson card. It was a great card for his time. I used it for like one whole season, and he was definitely worth the grind for greatness. Oh my god, what am I doing? I need a 3-pointer just to get back in this game. Alright, we need one more stop here, team. Let's get a stop. This is what happens when you let the computer decide your lineup. Oh! Good lord. You guys suck ass. Alright, I think I've got like 2 games left. Either way. Yep, 2 games. Let's finish them off. I could just imagine how difficult the Ruby and the Amethyst tier is going to be. I know for a fact that the Amethyst tier is going to be difficult. What are these players doing? Come on, man, just get the game going. It's funny how difficult the computer gets once you reach Sapphire tier. Like, it really is trying its hardest to win. It's like 2K, you don't have to make it this difficult to get a free Tom Chambers card. You're not giving us fucking Hakeem Olajuwon here. You're giving us Tom Chambers. You shouldn't have to play 100 fucking games of Breakout Gauntlet for a Tom Chambers. And then 250 games of Triple Threat and 250 games of Clutch Time and 75 games of Showdown. Like, come on, 2K. It ain't that serious. It's just Tom Chambers. I love the shooting touch on Zach LaVine. And if they make an invincible Zach LaVine or a 100 Zach LaVine, believe me, I will be the first person lining up to get him. I love the Zach LaVine cards each year. The release is so money on a Zach LaVine card. Look at him. He's just money. You might as well change his name from Zach LaVine to Money. To Money LaVine. Because he's money. He's cash in the bank. Yeah, if they make a 100 Zach LaVine or an invincible Zach LaVine, I would definitely recommend getting him because the Dark Matter Zach LaVine, his shooting touch was so butter, so smooth, so easy to time. You know which card I gotta give some playing time to? I got Dark Matter King James. I got him in my Hall of Fame box like 3 or 4 days ago, and I still have not given that card like any playing time whatsoever. And he looks like a decent card that's still like runnable, like you can still use him, but I don't think his jump shot is as nice as a Zach LaVine. Like you can still run Zach LaVine, Dark Matter Zach LaVine right now in Showdown and King of the Court and win. You could even take him out to the park and dominate. It took 10 Dark Matter event pieces to get this card, and he was worth it. I used him for like a season and a half. I'm still using him from time to time. Oh my god, I didn't notice the score was so damn close. Okay, I gotta make sure I win this. I don't want to have to play this game again. Foul. Foul my ass. Okay, now I think we've got one more game left, and then I'm out of Sapphire tier. And I'm telling you, it's not that I'm tired or anything. I could stay up for the next 4 hours and complete the Ruby tier and then the Amethyst tier, and then be done with it right now, you know, in the morning time, and not even have to wait until tomorrow night. I could have them by tomorrow night and have them ready for Showdown. But that would be if I want to sit here and play 4 more hours of the Gauntlet board. And I don't know if I want to play, like, I don't know if I could take 4 more hours of this. This is like really borderline like torturous. Okay, let's see if the vault is going to open up. Nothing. Didn't even open. Okay, well, let's see. What have we got here? Oh, we got a Galaxy. Oh, and a Season 5 Super Pack. I didn't know we were going to get all of that. The Season 5 Super Pack had a Amethyst Rich Jones in it. That's all I got from the Season 5 Super Pack was an Amethyst Rich Jones. You'll make people grind 40 games of clutch time for a Season 5 Super Pack, and it's going to spit them out Amethyst Rich Jones in Season 6? That's awful, 2K. That's terrible. Hey, let's go to the exchange and like put some of this stuff in here. I think I got like 1 game left, but I wanted to take a break. Yeah, I think this Void event has been terrible. There's nothing exciting about it. Like, yeah, this is what they gave for the no money spent people. Trae Young, a very small, undersized point guard, trash. John Collins, I don't know who the fuck wants to play with them. And then Tyrone Lue, another small, undersized point guard. That's what they gave for the no money spent people in this event. That's terrible, 2K. That's like just so bad of you guys, man. It shows that you guys don't care about your community. Like, all you guys care about is just the whales. Okay, I need to get one more invincible piece so this way I can get my invincible Joakim Noah out of the exchange. Okay, I'm not gonna put this in just yet. Alright, I'm just gonna hold on to the rest of my cards until the end of the events. Okay, last game, and then I am done with this. I am absolutely, like, so bored. I got all of this done today in one night, and I'm just, like, completely, like, done with this. I'm so bored. And I'm gonna have to save the other half for tomorrow, which isn't much. It's not as much as today, because today I got 45 games done today in about 6 hours. So tomorrow I've got 30 games left to do. I think I could do that in about 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours tomorrow. I can do all of this. And then this I'm just going to skip because I have the level skips. But I think I could do this all in one day tomorrow. I'm like pretty excited on how close I am to Tom Chambers. Oh, I forgot to fucking... Oh.
Today's matchup, your home team and New York. Let's get ready for some basketball. Let's bring out the starters.
After this, I'm also going to check how many games of triple threat and clutch time I've had completed so far.
Jerry Stackhouse.
That Zach LaVine has one of the smoothest jump shots in the game. But 30 games, that's not too bad. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be done with it in about 3 hours and I'll have Tom. I could do it all today, but I just think I'm too... I don't know, tired and too bored of this fucking breakout gauntlet shit to continue. I don't have it in me to sit here for another 3 to 4 more hours to get this stuff done. It sucks that I just used a bunch of my good players. And I didn't have to use all of these good players just to complete this. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna see if there's anything that resets it. I heard there's something that resets it. Oh my god. Come on, computer. You don't have to be trying that hard. It ain't that serious. Just trying to get Tom Chambers here, not fucking Zach Levine. I mean, Zach Edey. After this, I may take a little break, twist up a joint, and I'm gonna probably play some Showdown after this, because that is my main mode. That's my main bitch. And then around 7, well, actually, no, I'm gonna have to end the stream because I gotta start getting my kid ready for school. What is the computer doing calling a timeout? They're down by like fucking 8 points with 50 seconds to go. Just end the game. Like, come on, let's speed things up, guys. Like, we don't have to drag these games out, 2K. Okay, this will be the final game, and then I think I'm done for the night. Probably gonna call it a stream. I think we did like a good 2, maybe 3 hours. I'm not sure. It was at least 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours and like 50 minutes.
Zach Levine.
52 seconds in this clutch time games feels like 5 minutes. Because you're just constantly stopping the clock with the jump shots. And waiting for like the computer to make a decision on something.
Idris Bam Adebayo. That's the end of the game.
Okay, not bad. I think we made a lot of good progress today. We're up to the Ruby tier now. And I think that's really good. Yeah, but there's no way I could do another 15 or 30 games of Breakout Gauntlet today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. Oh, it opened. Okay. All cards used in the current run can be played again. Okay, I'll save that for next time. Okay, guys, I'm going to use the restroom, twist up at J, and then I'll be back. We can look at the auction house. Anything good in the auction house? Let's check it out. First, let's check out the Invincibles. As you can see, every single Invincible is so overly priced. It would take half my MT just to get one of these plays, and it would take all of my MT to get SGA and T-Mac. And then in like 3 weeks from now, when they're going for like $1 million or $2 million, I'm going to completely regret buying them and losing out on all that MT. Bad investments. Now, the 100s, on the other hand, are still great cards and still a very good investment. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. And I'm gonna be twisting up a J real quick, and then I'll get back to playing the game. It's just I have not smoked in forever, and like trying to deal with this breakout board, you gotta smoke a little bit. And I actually want to finish up the night with some showdown wins. Yo, what up, ref? Long time no see, Paisan. Where you been, my dude? And how you been doing? Let me guess, you headed to work. I've been over here grinding out the breakout gauntlet board for like the last 3.5 hours. I want to say I got more than half of it done, and I got 30 more games left of it before I get Tom Chambers. And once I complete those 30 games, I'll have Tom. But besides grinding out the game, just I've been up to the same old shit, just working and grinding, being a dad. People don't realize how much work it takes to be a dad, a son, and a husband. It takes a lot of work. I got my girl constantly wants attention and need, and my son is he's only 8, so he constantly wants attention. Then I got my mom's, then I got work, and then I'll have some
And
time for
teacher.
2K if I'm lucky. But I usually don't get as much time as I want on the game. And a 2K, that's right, and a 2K. But I wish I had more time for the game. Just this year, I've been so damn busy. I've been really busy, just mostly like paying off debt from the last 2 years from playing the game. I racked up a lot of debt from playing 2K24, and then in 2K25, I didn't spend that much. And 2K26, I haven't been spending that much, but lately I've been spending a lot, and it's been getting out of control again. And I got to get back to like not spending on the game as much. But just this year, I've just been so busy working and like paying off debt from the game that like I haven't had much time to actually sit down and play the game as much as I like. I owe a bunch of credit card bills, and that's the truth. If you ain't making 6 figures a year, you can't play this game comfortably. You gotta make good money each year to play this game comfortably. If you want to rip packs and stay like up to date with the current teams and not fall behind, you gotta put in like $100 a week into this game. I want to say on an average, I that's what I averagely put into this game is like $100. And sometimes I don't even rip a box. Sometimes it's just me being on the game and ripping a pack, a few packs here and there. At the end of the week, I'm like, damn, I ripped like fucking, $70 to $100 worth of packs, and I didn't even rip a box. So nowadays, I don't rip any more single packs. I just wait until I have all the money for a box, and then I'll just rip a box. I'm pretty sure that this week I'm gonna rip another box. I'm gonna try to rip another Hall of Fame box and see if I can get lucky with a good 100. Like I need one of those elite S tier type of 100 cards, like a Joel Embiid. I need a Timmy. I need a LaMelo Ball. I'm tired of running with fucking some of these cards that I've had. I want to try out some new cards. As much as I like Anthony Edwards and Zion and Chris Webber, it's time for my squad to get some new
Me
players.
and Jacob are homies. We watched Centric streams together.
Me and Jacob are homies. We were watching the Centric stream together. The funny thing about Jacob is he's in every stream. So, we're always watching streams together with Jacob. I think every stream I'm in, Jacob is in there. You or Jacob. Yeah, I'm about to play a game of Showdown after I get done getting high and stuff. Now I'm like actually in the mood to play some Showdown because I gave it a break. I played the Gauntlet breakout board for 3 hours. Now I'm ready to get
He's a
back on
teacher.
Showdown. And sometimes you have to do that. You have to give Showdown a break, you know, do some breakout board, and then once you get tired of the breakout board, go back to like your main mode. But I don't think it's gonna take me any longer than one more night, and I'll have Tom Chambers. And he is an elite S tier card that will be on my team. I'm gonna sell Zion and shit. Even though I love Zion and I love C-Web, I just want to see some new faces. Oh, Ref, I'll show you what my team is looking like after I twist up. I'm just over here trying to twist up a J. And I am done. See, it takes like 5 minutes to roll up a joint. Some motherfuckers will sit there for like an hour twisting up a joint, making sure it's all pretty looking and fucking symmetrical and shit. Bam, 5 minutes done. All right, let me show you my squad real quick, Ref. All right, Ref. So this is the lineup. This is what I'm working with. This is what we are working with, guys. I got 100 Draymond, 100 D Wade, 100 James Worthy, 100 Chris Webber, 100 Shaq, 100 D Rose, 100 Anthony Edwards, 100 Zion, 100 Bam, 100 Will, 100 Donovan Mitchell, Dark Matter King James, and Dark Matter Kevin Garnett at the end of the reserves. C Webb, Anthony Edwards, and Zion are all three of them sellable, and all three of them are completely hoffed out, and they all have every single legend badge. So these cards are all going to get at least like 1.5 million, which means when I sell those cards, I'm going to be having, I want to say I'm going to be around 14 mil, maybe 14 to 15 million MT. Thanks, Ref. I appreciate that. Had to work really hard to get this team because it's all pretty much no money spent. Draymond was level 40 from last season. Shaq was this season's level 40. I had to do the grind for greatness to get D-Wade. That took me 2 weeks. The way I was able to afford C-Web and Tom and Wilt Chamberlain and Zion is because I've been grinding and stacking up my MT all year. I didn't spend a bit of MT until season 5. I didn't start going shopping until season 5. And by that time I had like about 14 million MT saved up. So these players are pretty much no money spent. And Anthony Edwards, I pulled him out of a 10-pack box. I got real lucky there. But D Rose, no money spent. Bam Adebayo, no money spent. Donovan Mitchell from the exchange event, no money spent. And I'm gonna get Joakim Noah pretty soon, and he'll be no money spent. But all of these players are pretty much no money spent players. You know, that I had to actually grind for. Okay, guys, I'm going to go get high real quick, and then I'll be back, and then I'm going to play a game of Showdown. Let me leave you with the auction house up. I got a bunch of... You should always have your auction house completely filled up and ready to sell stuff. I've always got at least, 40, 50 things in there. And each day, if possible, you should try to dedicate like 20, 30 minutes to sniping, because you could, just by dedicating like 20, 30 minutes to sniping each day, you'll be surprised on how many good cards you could snipe. Yeah, I'll be back in like 10 minutes, guys. I appreciate everyone hanging out. Raf, Jacob, really appreciate you guys. But I'll be back in like 5, 10 minutes.
Me and Jacob on the couch watching her stream.
I am back. Sorry that took so long, but I had a chief up. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's check out the auction house before I start playing some Showdown. Tim Duncan. Look, like, I don't get why people like JC2K and Evan Tanaka and DBG, I hate when they report there's a massive market crash. And then I'll come over here and I'll look at the cards and see if there's a massive market crash. Trust me when I say not one single 100 has gone down in price. If there was a massive market crash, it must have happened for 30 minutes and I must have missed it because I didn't see any signs of it. Tim Duncan, 1.7 million MT. You need 1.8 million MT just to get in on this bid. And it still got 5 minutes to go, 6 minutes to go. Joel Embiid, 3 million MT. I would love to get LaMelo Ball. He's 3.7 million MT. He's pretty much 4 million MT. Another Tim Duncan, already at 1.6 with 22 minutes to go. Jimmy fucking Butler. Jimmy fucking Butler is at 1.1 million MT with 57 minutes to go. He's most likely going to finish at 1.5 and up. So where is the market crash? Even cards like a Jaylen Brown, who no one even likes this card, it's expensive because it's a limited card. Giannis is 4 million MT with an hour to go. Will Chamberlain is 900,000 with an hour and 40 to go. Where the fuck is the market crash? Even the crappy 100s like a Klay Thompson is still really expensive. He's at 700,000 with 2 hours to go. Here's DeRozan, who's the worst 100 out of all of them. He's at 200,000 with 2 hours to go. So I don't see where the market crash is because all of these cards are still mad expensive. I would love to get my hands on a Hakeem Olajuwon. He's at 2 million MT, 2.3 with 3 hours to go. Where the fuck is this market crash at, Evan Tanaka? So I really can't stand, and I stopped watching those videos that they put out when they're claiming, oh, there's a market crash. Because anytime DBG and JC and Ape, Evan Tanaka claim there's a market crash, I don't see any signs of it. And I think they do those kind of videos so you'll go out there and either panic sell your cards or just panic buy cards. And but there really isn't any signs of a market crash whatsoever. If you want to say, did the Dark Matters go down? Yeah, they went down, but those are pretty much last season's cards. You know, no one cares about the Dark Matters anymore. Dark Matters don't matter no more. It's all about the 100s and the Invincibles. So yeah, of course, those went down because those cards are so dated. But the really good cards, your elite S tier type of cards, they're all fucking expensive as hell. So I don't know what people are talking about when they're like, there's a market crash. Where? Or now's the time to buy. If I buy LaMelo Ball, there goes almost easily a third of my MT. I've got a 10 million MT and it feels like I've got nothing, that I can't buy anything. So I would always recommend to people, continue stacking up your MT, keep saving it, and don't waste it, stupidly and shit. Always try to, hold on to as much of your MT as you can. And continue stacking up for endgame, the cards that matter. But most of these 100s, I say, are pretty good investments, especially when they're all badged out. I want to say your 100s are definitely endgame cards. They'll definitely keep up with the Invincibles, especially if they're badged out. And they'll definitely be able to keep up with the GOATs if they're badged out. So I always say that your GOATs, your Invincibles, and your 100s are your endgame type of cards. You don't want to waste too much money on Dark Matters. Who cares if those cards have gone down? They're just outdated. I don't think anybody that takes like Showdown and King of the Court seriously will be running Dark Matters in about 2 to 3 weeks from now. Let's check out the Dark Matters real quick. Damn, the Dark Matters are fucking buyouts now. This is the only dark matter that I would still get. And just like 2 days ago, this dark matter Wemby was like still at 2 to 3 mil easily. And now he's about to end in a minute 20 and he's at 1.9 with no legends. That's crazy for a base Wemby. I would not buy this. I would like to have Wemby on my team, and I would love to have this dark matter Wemby. I think it's still a really good playable card, but not at this price, especially with no legends. I could understand if he had like 40 legends on him, but yeah, I wouldn't run any of these cards except for maybe Wemby and Yao. That's about it. Just those two. Any of these other dark matters, I would run Jack Sigma, but he's also a little bit outdated because of his size. Jack Sigma's only like 6'10". Is he 6'11"? Okay, he's 6'11". You could run Jack Sigma at the 4. That's a good card. I said that the only dark matters that I still would want to play would be Sigma, Wemby, and Yao. Those are the only 3 dark matters that I think are still like playable. Yeah, I don't find any of these cards attractive or appealing. Damn, that's crazy. Kevin Love is at 100,000 MT, and I sold mine for 77,000 MT. That blows. Okay, 2K community. I gotta go and get my boy ready for school. So peace out, 2K community. I do it for the 2K culture. Stay savage, never average. I'm gonna be back tomorrow night, and I am gonna finish off the last 30 games of the Breakout Gauntlet board, and I am going to be getting my Tom Chambers tomorrow on stream, and I'm not going to stop playing the game or streaming until I get that Tom Chambers. Peace out, fam. Thanks to everyone that stopped by. Jacob, Ref, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, fam. Those are my day ones. Two-hour stream, not bad.